Welcome back. I'm Atomic David Bowles, and this is the Human Meme Podcast, where together we explore, with help from our crackbot research team, important thoughts and ideas that influence us as a community. Today we're going to take a look at the conflict between morality and self-interest through the centuries, and even into the future. Starting with the dawn of human civilization, consider a prehistoric hunter-gatherer community where the most basic model of morality would come into play, kin altruism. Survival wasn't a solo endeavor. Rather, it was predicated on communal cooperation. For example, if one member of the tribe became adept at making fire, it was in their best interest to share this skill. Keeping it to oneself might offer a short-term advantage, but in the long run, an individual isolated by selfishness would be more vulnerable to external threats like predators or rival communities. Fast forward to ancient civilizations, particularly the intellectual salons of ancient Athens. The Athenian democracy, for example, encouraged citizens to engage in moral and philosophical discourse. Take Socrates and his method of questioning as a means to draw out the principles of good governance and ethics. His trial and eventual death sentence illuminate the tensions between individual wisdom and societal norms. Socrates, in pursuit of philosophical truth, was seen as a threat to Athenian democracy. His individualistic pursuit of knowledge clashed with what the society at the time considered morally acceptable, illustrating the eternal friction between societal expectations and individual pursuits. In the medieval era, the notion of morality was deeply intertwined with religious doctrine. An example that stands out is the tale of Thomas Becket and King Henry II of England. Becket, once a close friend of Henry II, became the Archbishop of Canterbury and found his allegiance torn between the church and the crown. When he chose his religious duties over his friendship with the king, he essentially picked communal religious morality over individual bonds and self-interest. His subsequent assassination in a cathedral became an enduring symbol of the conflict between secular power and religious morality. As we arrive at the Enlightenment, let's examine the work of Jean-Jacques Rousseau, particularly his seminal text, The Social Contract. Rousseau proposed that in a just society, individuals would come together to form a general will, a collective desire for the common good that overrides individual self-interest. The tension here is palpable. How does one reconcile individual liberties with the collective good? The French Revolution, influenced by Rousseau's ideas, aimed for a society based on liberty, equality, and fraternity, but ended up descending into the reign of terror, an extreme example of the potential dangers of sacrificing individual interests at the altar of a perceived greater good. Fast forward to the 20th century, and the ideological confrontations between communism and capitalism offer a stark contrast in understanding the balance between self-interest and morality. The Soviet experiment aimed for a utopian society where individual desires would be subsumed for collective prosperity. However, the reality became far grimmer, with authoritarianism and economic inefficiency leading to societal disillusionment. On the flip side, the excesses of unfettered capitalism, epitomized by events such as the Wall Street crash of 1929, showed the perils of self-interest devoid of ethical considerations, resulting in widespread poverty and social unrest. Today, as we grapple with the ethical implications of technological advancements, the question looms larger than ever. Take the debate around data privacy in our digital age. Companies like Facebook and Google amass vast amounts of data for commercial advantage, while they argue that personalized experiences benefit the individual user. Critics decry the erosion of personal privacy as a catastrophic moral failure. Here, corporate self-interest directly challenges societal ethics, forcing us to reconsider how we define moral behavior in an interconnected digital world. As for the future, ponder the ethical landscape in a world powered by artificial general intelligence. Could artificial general intelligence be programmed to balance individual freedoms with collective responsibilities? This futuristic scenario could represent the culmination of centuries of philosophical debate around self-interest and morality. If executed with caution and wisdom, we could enter an era of unparalleled ethical enlightenment. However, the flip side is a dystopian reality where artificial general intelligence, bereft of moral coding, serves only the self-interests of those who control it, thereby amplifying societal inequalities and ethical dilemmas. And so, my human meme friend, we begin to realize the intricate dance between self-interest and morality has shaped human history and will continue to influence our ethical landscape. The lessons we glean from this historical tapestry could be instrumental in navigating the moral mazes of our increasingly complex future. I'm Atomic David Bowles, and on behalf of our human meme crackbot research team, thank you for joining us today. May your evenings become even brighter tomorrows. Be a human meme.